So in regards to Kern County and education, I know Kern County, the district you represent, is one of the world leaders basically in energy, renewable energies, as well as, conventional energy or fossil energy, as well as agriculture. So, but our education system somewhere does not give tremendous opportunities like other, counties nearby have, like Los Angeles and so on. So, is there not a tremendous opportunity to attract more people, more educated people to Kern County, if we have, more higher education facilities?
So absolutely, we have Cal State University Bakersfield, so we do have CSU Bakersfield, which is pretty close, and then we also have some community colleges, and we also have Bakersfield, the Bakersfield City College. So about the education, I think the education system is really broken. I think it caters more to unions and the teachers' unions. We have great teachers out there, and I think to create an opportunity for parent choice, whether the students get a certain dollar amount that's funded for every student that attends a certain school, you get a certain dollar amount for that school. I think that parents should be able to use that money to go to whatever school they choose to, whether it's a private school, a Christian school, a Catholic school, a charter school, or a public school. I think that the parents should be able to use that money. I think the biggest detriment in our education system, especially in a young age, is that you have to go to school where you live. So if you live in a socioeconomic disadvantaged area, if you live in that area, you're required to go to a school that's in that area. And to me, parents should be able to take their kids outside of that area to get educated if they choose to, and the money should follow the student. I think that does two things. I think it creates competition within schools because you'll have better education, and I think it allows people that are in socioeconomic disadvantaged situations to be able to get out of those situations, especially in the education factor. I look at some of the charter schools, like take Arvin, for instance, a small community just north of here. Barbara Grimm Marshall had established the Grimm Academy, which is a charter school, and they have a garden there outside the school because we have a large agricultural community. Not one of our public schools has established something like this. They may have some sort of model, but nothing like this. This huge garden is used for a science project. It's used to cultivate the ground. It's used for students to test and apply different soils so that they can learn about the agricultural industry that we desperately need to be able to have people that are educated in that industry, especially if we're going to continue to be number 1 and 2 in the Central Valley. We're 1 and 2 in the nation for agriculture. If you look at Taft College, they have the oil tech program. So you can't get that education at Cal State University, Bakersfield, or Irvine, or Berkeley, but you can go to Taft College, and they have an oil tech program that teaches you about environmental engineering and the oil industry specifically. You have individuals that work in the oil industry that have been in the industry forever, and they come and they tell about the oil industry and they teach about the oil industry. If you go over to the west, the very, very furthest part of my district, on the east side, not the west side, but on the east side, you have Ridgecrest, and you have the community college that's out there. You have the Naval Air Warfare Center, China Lake NAS, and they are the research and development arm for our military. It's a huge facility out there that does all the research, development, and testing, all the way from Port Magoo to do over-the-land testing and water testing, maritime testing. We have that right in our district. And so you have people that go from the base that are these brilliant contractors that sit in a room and just think things up to protect our warfighter and make defense a better for our country. And so they get to go to the college out there and they get to teach to get people to stay there, to invest in China Lake NAVs and to or NAVAIR, and to make sure that they have somebody to pass the mantle to. So if you look at Kern County's district and what we offer in education, I think it's phenomenal. I do not like the idea that we have to contend with unions on a daily basis and we never be able to put students first because the unions always have their hand in everything. I think that if teachers were able to teach, I toured a classroom one time and there was all this paper stacked all the way around these filing cabinets, and I said, what's all with all the paper? And he goes, well, we do everything online, and the students email me their presentations that we do, but the state allocates so much paper to me every month, so I have all this paper. But then you go to another classroom or another school, they have no paper. Kids are sharing paper, providing their own paper. The state thinks that they should tell the schools how to operate, and I think the schools should be able to operate based on how the parents elect the school boards and they operate, and I think that'd be the best system that we could offer.